Today is May 4, 12:26 p.m. Just yesterday, May 3rd, you'll see this news report about unusual options activity on Freeport-McMoran. And if we look at it, it's bullish. 70% bullish, 30% bearish. And that was just yesterday. And if you got into that trade, you would be down 4% because we dropped 4% today. And so this is one reason why you may not want to always be following the news and instead follow the data, because on April 25, on this day, we made a video where we shorted Freeport-McMoran on how to trade FCX, and it continued to drop, and now it has dropped a total of close to 7.7% in just 9 days. And when on this day, there was a lot of people thinking maybe it was going to bounce because this was a consolidation, a resistance here. However, it broke down, and we predicted this because we were looking at the data. We were saw the unusual options that were short on Datadog, actually at the 35 strike puts. So we're now below that. And so if you watch that video, you'll see that we put our position on. These were the contracts. There were 11,000 volume on that day, but we saw 8,000 of these 35 strike puts, right? And so they're still sitting here within this open interest of 12,900. And so we made everybody aware about this 35 strike puts. And then we had analyzed it. So it looks like this. This is their position. It expires tomorrow. So it's currently at $28 profit per contract, right? And so our trade that we did was this trade. It was a bearish diagonal trade. So we were very close to that 35. We just dropped below it, but 35 was our peak. We sold that put instead. And then we had bought the May 19th. We bought the 36.5 strike puts, as we were letting everybody know that we were going bearish based on these unusual options. And we constructed a different trade to take advantage of this trade. Because if you're in this trade, if you just buy the 35 strike puts, although you may make a little bit more, the theta is very negative. You'll see negative 25, so it's very high risk. You see the gamma is very high. That's very high gamma risk as well. And so with our trade, we're at $92 profit, right? And we only paid $75 for it. So if you calculate that, let's say here currently at 94, right? $94. If we close it right at this time, it's about 90. Let's say 93.5, right? So if we close it now, 93.5 divided by our cost of this $75 that we paid, we are also well above times 100 for the percent, well above 100%. We have 124% on this short, and we don't have that negative theta risk. You see that? Our theta is positive, so it will gain after that one more day. When it expires tomorrow, at the end of the day, it would look like this. So this is, and so we based our short strike, this 35 strike puts, at that unusual option volume where they were buying 8,000 of those contracts. Okay, so make sure to watch that video on when we detected these options. It will make a lot more sense. It was the April 25 video. we made when Freeport was around at $37, and there was these 8,000 contracts. We'll put that at the link at the top here. You can click that, and also at the end of the video. And so where is Freeport going to be headed? Well, as we did, we looked at the unusual options tape here to gauge that. And you'll actually see a lot more. There's some more of these 35 strike puts, right? And obviously the colors here, since you see how the time was done pretty close to the same amount of time, yet at the price of $4, it can be colored green and it could be colored red. So they don't necessarily mean it's selling or buying. We made a video also today about this to explain what the colors mean and the exception of what it means, and how you may be able to determine whether or not this 35 strike put is a buy or a sell for the November 17s. We'll put a link to at the top here, also at the end of this video if you want to watch that video we just made today. Yeah, that's one of this is the way to use the data to determine this, because instead of looking at the news here. And we also made a video about this situation where reading the news and getting it wrong with this with other option scanners out there that are not analyzing the data correctly. So you can watch that video at the end as well on why that's important to use the data and follow that instead of the news media. All right. So I hope this was helpful. And if it was, or you had some value out of this, please smash that like button. It really helps our channel grow. Comment below on what you think is going to happen to Freeport. And very interested to know what everyone else is doing. Thank you. Take care and good luck.